Hello everybody, hi, welcome, and thank you so much for being here. This is going to be a collective and timeless reading, so whenever it finds its way to you is the right time. Just keep in mind it's a general reading, so see which signs and symbols, ideas resonate for you in your particular situation and help to bring you some kind of clarity too. Whatever you're wondering, concerned, confused about, it could just broaden your perspective, show you something in a totally different light, or it could narrow your focus, maybe show you something in between the lines that you could be missing. But in the end, trust yourself. Trust yourself. That divine inner guidance is inside of you. And try to make balanced decisions between logic and intuition, so that you always make sound decisions that are based in love for the highest and the greatest good of everybody. So we are all uplifted in love. Let's begin. We're going to start with a general lucky message for the collective. This is the Luck Love Oracle. So let's get some messages, see where the lucky energy is coming through. Let's see what God, Source, Holy Spirit, Christ, consciousness, our higher selves, angels, and energies of love have for the highest and the greatest good of all. Clarity for the collective. Woo! That was one. That was two. That was three. Woo! Four. We have four. All right, what is this? Reach consensus. Listen to a song you like very much. It's hit and play. I just saw like not just one song, but it made me think of a playlist. So maybe you're making your own personal you playlist. Or it could get out there for others to listen to too. Maybe something on like Spotify or on YouTube. Maybe sharing a playlist. I see a list, not just a song. Maybe it starts with a song and that gets it going, but I see like, I don't know, like a workout playlist and a chillaxing playlist, and then maybe like a motivating, getting ready for the day playlist, and maybe ready to go out for the night playlist. So I'm just getting different energies, so it might not just be one song. Maybe one song starts that ball rolling. But start with one. What song gets you grooving? What artist makes you move a little bit? Just like you get them. You get that energy. You get that beat. You know, whatever beat that is. I mean, it could go all over the place. For some of you, it could be classical music. You know, Mozart, Chopin, Beethoven, Schubert, Vivaldi. For some of you, it could be Latin music. For some of you, it could be rock and roll, you know, or something, maybe pop. Maybe bubble pop is your thing. Maybe you don't want to tell anyone how much you like it, but it's, you know, your personal fave. So I'm getting like, you know, like I am getting music that is like, you know, like you're kind of embarrassed that you like it, but you do really like it. Like maybe it's even your personal, like, you know, your personal little playlist. Like it just made me think of like, I don't know, a playlist that goes from like, I don't know, I saw like, like Joe Cocker, and then The Weeknd, and then like a Disney song. So whatever it is for you, like that just makes me smile and laugh. So maybe it's not a particular energy. Maybe it bounces all around like I do, and it's just all over the place. You hit that shit on shuffle. What do we have? Communicate. Call your friends. So you're getting some communication. It's where the lucky energy is going to come through, that good conversation. I just feel like your energy will change talking to this particular person, or maybe this particular group. Somebody that gets you. Somebody that makes you smile. Who is that for you? Maybe somebody you've been thinking about for a while, haven't spoken to in a long time. Maybe it's time to give someone a ring-a-roo. Call your friends. It could be that, you know, maybe even that some of you have something going on and you're getting some support. What am I getting with this? I don't know, that phone looks so old, and then it just brought me back to music. It brought me back to like an old school record player. Maybe you're sharing music with somebody. What are these? Hope. Oh, well, this is a nice message. It's go to the orphanage and give a gift to a child. Maybe some of you have an orphanage near you. Maybe you're a foster parent or adopting. I just heard getting a surrogate. So maybe, you know, something like that. But I actually see a library. Like somebody reading a book to children. Maybe reading stories. Teaching children even how to read. I mean, that can be a gift. Your time, your attention. Maybe something in your community, your neighborhood, or like at a local church, something like this. I hear teaching. So, and now I hear like, I can actually like hear children playing. So maybe setting up something or joining something where children can like play with similar age groups. Like have like games. Now I see like crafts and making things. I just thought of those like noodle necklaces. But I'm getting that teaching. Like maybe there's a way you can teach, even if you don't have an orphanage. Maybe you can like teach how, teach children how to cook or whatever you're good in, whatever your like skill is, but maybe tailor it in a way that helps like the youngsters. This is a beautiful energy. I hope somebody can do this. So what do you feel is a gift? What can you give? Just something. Because you can, because it helps somebody. I just think of how special teachers are to children. Or it could be like a special aunt, uncle. It could be a mother, father, grandma, grandpa, an older sister or brother, or you're new, maybe someone new in the family. Maybe, yeah, I see like, that's interesting. Maybe somebody new, maybe it's a blended family, but I hear new. So it could be like maybe, you know, your new brother-in-law or something like that, even where there's like a new energy coming on in. That kind of took me all over the place. What is this? Camping and free. So some of you need to go camping. If that's not your style, you know, you're not just into the woods. It could be maybe getting a cabin, an Airbnb, maybe doing some glamping, you know, a little like fancy camping, maybe even rent a camper. It could be a hotel room for some of you. It could be, hey, this could be like you just putting up a little fort, you know, with some like chairs and pillows and sheets and camping in your living room, you know, making, like I just see like a little space, like a little tent and like fun little lights hanging and like, I don't know, just having like a little time. Hey, it doesn't have to be with children. That could be with your honey. Like, could be really fun. So, or it could just be by yourself, you know, like some, this is my space right now. I don't have my own room. I'm always like, you know, doing everything for everyone else. So I'm in my tent. I just see the sign go like unavailable in my tent right now. So maybe it's just having a little like you space. Oh, I like these messages. They're really random and fun and important and like kind of all over the place. What's at the bottom? Okay, so maybe it is you camping with your honey or your future honey. You do have intimacy. I just heard touch. Maybe just touch is like your love language or someone else's, but it does say spray on your favorite perfume. Like, I'm getting like a fresh shower smell. And maybe it's you're finding your scent. You know, it could be a body lotion. It could be just something natural. You know, really, like I'm just getting like a natural deodorant. Maybe you're not into perfumes. Some people are sensitive to smell. But maybe if you're like experimenting with getting a personal smell, it's something that you like. You don't want to like, be annoyed every time. Oh gosh, like every time you smell it, if it annoys you, that's not the one. I just see maybe maybe you go on a website or something and get some samples. Don't buy the whole thing. It might not be for you. Get some samples, one a day, try it out, see how it feels. And then go buy, like, I'm getting compliments. Like if you have a certain smell and somebody like, oh, you smell really good, then, you know, maybe that's more the scent you should go with. Or look at the tonalities of that perfume and see which notes, you know, tend to be the ones you like. Do you like a musk? Do you like a fruity? You know, do you like a vanilla? Spray on your, maybe you're gonna meet somebody and you want to be smelling good. Also, I do want to add how powerful smell is. It doesn't have to be a fancy perfume, but just a smell. It could be your grandma's cooking. It could be, I don't know, I just thought of the way my parrot smells. By the way, Vinny is at my mom's house having a little vacation. They're enjoying themselves over there. So he's not here making his noises right now. But like, even my bird has like this, it's like a little smell. I think if you have a bird, you understand what I'm saying. It's like different and sweet. So it's a special smell, whatever it is, and smell is so powerful. It just triggers that part of your mind, as does music, that takes you right back to a person, a location, a memory. I mean, it just like transports you back in time. So, I mean, for instance, did you ever, I don't know, maybe you had a perfume in high school or like a long time ago, and then somebody walks in and they have it on, you're like, oh, it like takes you right back to that party you had when you were 17 and had that perfume on. Also, wow, this is taking me all, maybe this is important for you guys today. It's also chemistry. It's your body chemistry. You know, what smells good on you might smell completely different on somebody else. So if you get a recommendation because you like somebody's perfume, but then you try it out and you're like, I liked it better on him or her. Let's continue. Messages that come through on these reading could be random. All right, I have something random. Let's go to this. It's a little bit rebellious, but not as rebellious as that other like rebel deck that I had the other day. But it's called Spiritual AF. It's just, what does it say? It says 99 inspirational cards for people who effing need some inspiration. So let's get a little inspiration. We got a little lucky energy. Let's get inspired. Ooh, that one. What does it say? Drink water. Mind your own fucking business. So, enough said. All right, so, you know, if you're trying to figure something out, what's going on over there, you know, across at the Joneses' house, the grass is greener on that side. What is that person going through? It's just bringing your energy back to you. I'm just getting that, like, opinions. Maybe people have opinions about you, what you should do, how you should be, what you should do, how you should dress. Maybe it's it's not your business what they think. People are allowed to think whatever they want, and, you know, just allow it to be. Come back to you. Own you. You are special. You know, your uniqueness is important, and I just heard desirable. So maybe just bring that energy back to you. Focus on you a little bit, and maybe you do need to drink a little bit of water, so, you know, you're not getting you know, I just hear scratchy in the brain. It's when you're like a little confused, or like your decisions are like all over the place. Even sometimes it's your energy, you know, your focus gets a little weird when you're dehydrated. So drink enough water. Let's get one more card. Oh my gosh, these cards. It says don't be an ungrateful shit. So it's be grateful. That could be somebody else too. But on the back, wait, hold on, I'm gonna get my readers. Get my readers. It says, seriously, if you're reading these cards, you're privileged AF. You can read. Reading is super fucking fantastic. Think about how many generations of people didn't get to read. True. True. Fuck yeah. We're not completely fucked. We know how to read. So it's, sometimes we forget how much we are blessed with right now. How you can go on your phone, tap into something, you know, technology, and find out information from another side of the world, from another culture, from hundreds of years ago. I mean, how blessed are we with, you know, what we have access to? So sometimes we forget to be grateful. You know, there was a time where you weren't even allowed to have a Bible or read. You had to go and someone else had to tell you how to talk to God. You know, there was a time where, I don't know, like let's just be grateful. Be grateful for the small things. I see shoes. Be grateful for your shoes, your socks, your family, the people you love, the people who support you and love you for being your unique, badass self. Be grateful. So maybe it's starting a gratitude list. I mean, that sounds so silly, but it's so, like, it's so powerful to start to see how many beautiful things are around you that happen to you, the doors that open, you know, your opportunities, the blessings that you have, and it changes your focus. So the more you see, the more enters in, the more you allow those blessings into your life, because that's what you notice. I also just hear compliments with this. So if you're grateful to somebody else, if you just love their hair, or you love, I don't know, how they helped you with something, like small little compliments, when those beautiful little thoughts, you know, come into your mind about somebody else, tell them, just tell them, because it's coming from an honest place of truth, even if it's a stranger in the store, like you like their boots, like look at your boots, you got it going on. You know, or somebody holds the door for you. Say thank you. You know, thank you for being a gentleman or a beautiful lady. It's just little moments that change up the energetic frequency to ourselves and others. Every opportunity you get, just do it. All right. Well, let's get a message from the universe. I'm starting with a lot of oracle cards. This is notes from the universe. Is this the relationship one or the normal one? It's on love and connection. So let's get one card. Clarity on drinking more water, minding your business, taking your energy away from places it doesn't belong, because your energy is, there's something you should be doing with your energy that's better, I hear more valuable for you to move. Maybe with your time. Being grateful that you're here right now today. Getting some perfume or some lotion or some awesome soap. Maybe camping or glamping. Having some tent time with your honey or your friends or yourself or your children. Keeping hope alive. And helping somebody in need. It just makes me think of a sandwich. maybe you live in a city and you can just go in a deli, a pizza place, and get something extra and maybe, you know, give it to somebody that needs it. Communicate with a friend. There could be a very good, awesome conversation here. And put on some good-ass music. Make yourself a playlist. Even just like 3 songs. Maybe your drive to work is only 5 minutes, or your commute on the subway. You know, you only have a couple minutes, so you're gonna put on those special songs. I just heard 33. That was a very specific number. I don't have my angel card number, like angel card number thing here right now, but maybe look up 33, maybe 33, maybe 33 minutes of music. One card. I think there's 2. Okay. Well, no, this is not a card. This is like the instructions or like the biography. So maybe this came out for a reason. Maybe some of you are doing something and it's writing your like a blurb, your about me. I just saw like I wanted to say profile, but a program. So maybe you're a public speaker. Maybe you write books. It's like an introduction. Maybe you're introducing yourself to somebody or something. I mean, it came out, but what's the card say? What would love do? I just thought of the Bobbie CALDWELL song, What You Won't Do for Love. Great song. I love that song. My friends try to tell me something. I don't know, I'm only getting part of it, but I hear it. Do you know why it's easy for us in the unseen to quickly pinpoint your whereabouts? You leave behind footprints of love. Aww. The universe. P.S. The legend of Bigfoot continues. Nice. Maybe you're into Bigfoot, or like, you know, like secrets and mysteries of the world. Bigfoot's pretty interesting. Maybe that's that good conversation you have with somebody else. You're talking about Bigfoot stories. I just thought of Coast to Coast AM with George Norrie. Maybe it's listening to a good like podcast or something like that. I used to love that show. I haven't heard it in a while, but maybe Coast to Coast AM, or maybe you're starting your own podcast talking about what you're interested in. It could be Bigfoot, it could be something else. All right, let's go to the tarot. Let's get a tarot card. I have, again, I told you I had a lot of decks. I have this deck of cards. It's pretty cool. Never used it in a reading, but it's called the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. So let's bring some beautiful, rebellious, sexy tattoo energy to this reading. Clarity for the collective on intimacy. I see the big rose, maybe flowers. Maybe somebody's getting flowers. It's asking you to smell the roses. Have that little moment. This could be intimate, like, don't think you're gonna take it there, intimate with yourself. But like a sacred space with yourself or with somebody else. I'm gonna start blushing, guys. Maybe it's come in. Maybe this hasn't happened yet. Maybe this is a new experience. All right. Let's get another card. Let's start with the tarot. See what kind of energy is coming through for the collective. Should we do it this way today? Yeah. Let's shuffle this way. One card. General energy. Woo! Well, it's not 1, it's 4. So it's at the bottom. The 9. The 9 of Rods. All right, so something feels like it was a battle. Maybe love is a battlefield. It's the wounded warrior, though. So I think of Chiron and maybe like the Virgo energy. It's like, look at this guy. He's got like a headband on. He looks like Rambo that had a rough day. A rough day at the gym. There's like a big ass scar here, but scars can be sexy. And you're holding on to this one rod, this one thing that you're still like, it's giving you strength. You're almost to the end, guys. If this is the base energy, it does feel like something was a struggle. But in the end, when this struggle comes through, it's what brings you the big muscles. It's what brings you that strength, you know, to endure. It's almost over. You can do it. It's just that like one more little push, one more give it a go, and it just brings growth. It's almost like, you know, I just see like, I actually see the mountains in the background here. So I feel like this person was like heading up the mountain and, you know, they're like, oh, this is a big mountain. I'm kicking my ass. And then they get to the mountain and they look up and it's like they're out west. And you're like, oh my gosh, there's another mountain. Take a little pause. Here we go. So what is this? It's also, there's also like it's like a cover, but it looks like paper. It looks like a book. I'm not sure why, but what fell? Oh, it's not. It's all right, guys. We have 5 cards. The Wheel of Fortune. So things are changing. Ooh, she looks happy. Also more books. Gaining knowledge. Maybe headbands are a thing. Does anybody else have a fun headband? Not really. So maybe a headband. What is she looking at? It looks like she's specifically looking at Virgo. So maybe you're a Virgo, or you're tapping into Virgo energy. Reading a good book. I feel like Virgo is like that. They're nurturing, but they're very practical. They're realistic. They're caring. They're helpful. Their intentions, even though sometimes I can say this, I'm saying this because I am a Virgo. I'll show you that what she's looking at there. Sometimes it doesn't come across the right way, or sometimes Virgos aren't always well received because Virgos can see how to fix a lot of problems really fast. They can see different things at different angles and they want help. Their intention is really genuine. They genuinely want to help. But sometimes people aren't always willing or ready to get help or to hear that advice. And sometimes it is like direct and to the point. Usually a Virgo is no bullshit. They just want to fix it already, get out of the fantasy land and just make it work. You know, come up with a solution. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe that, you know, thing, maybe somebody else is trying to help you. And it also, I can say that I don't know why I'm going at Virgo with this, but if it's coming through, I had other readings where I went off on Pisces and Scorpio. Maybe now it's Virgo's turn. A Virgo sometimes is also the one on that receiving end where sometimes people have really good, helpful information, and a Virgo can be very, very hard on themselves because they know when they're doing something wrong or when something didn't work, and they know more than anyone that they should change something up. So to hear it doubly when they're probably like going through that inside of them, changing that up, fixing that situation, dealing, forgiving themselves, whatever, to hear it like twofold from somebody else sometimes feels hard and they don't want to accept the help. So maybe this is just a general energy, not a star sign thing. So maybe it's getting some advice, Maybe you're already being hard on yourself, but maybe hearing it twice is like, all right, just maybe this is what's happening and I need to like fix this situation. But I mean, the Wheel of Fortune's sweet. It's sweet. It does mean like a change in maybe just the next month, the next season, the next year. But usually it does mean that your luck is changing for the better. It's like getting to open up a new chapter, getting a new chance at something. It may also mean that like end of August, September was like important to some of you, or that's when, you know, like maybe you start something now, but you'll really see results by then. I feel like she's absorbed some knowledge or education from this book, and then she's looking up to like, like it just sunk in, like you can do something with that. Or, like it seems like a good idea. What else is here? The Seven of Swords, the Six of Swords, the Three of Rods, and the High Priestess wanting to jump out of my hands. So, usually the Seven of Swords is kind of a weird energy. It's being a little bit snaky, you know, going under the radar with something. So maybe you're keeping something just, you know, maybe you have an idea. Maybe it's that patent, if you're the inventor person or something like that. And, you know, something that you're thinking of, but maybe it's not, you know, telling everybody just yet what you're gonna do. You're keeping something under wraps until, you know, the momentum starts. I mean, she's got this like wolf hat. So I just see it as maybe the lone wolf. You just not really that you're not a groove in, or not really like, not that you don't respect others' opinions, but it kind of looks like there's something you want to do on your own. I mean, this could be like slipping out of a situation if it feels uncomfortable and you don't want to really make it a big deal. You're just going to kind of just, you know, slip on out the door, like just exit. It could mean that you do need to use your discernment on perhaps other energies around you to see if somebody is maybe not exposing the full truth. It could be the reading in between the lines. Maybe the silence speaks louder than the words. But I'm getting mostly a lone wolf energy with this particular deck, because every deck has different energies, even if that card has a typical meaning. You are leaving two things behind. So there's two things that you've learned. Maybe they didn't work. Maybe there are two scenarios, two situations, two conversations, two relationships, something like that. There's two things that you're just, you don't even want to deal with it anymore. You are putting that aside. You're holding on to one. There's one thing that's extra important. You're holding and going towards a conversation, or there's one thing that you're carrying with you that you're really holding on to. And then you kind of have support from these others. So when swords are there, they're conversations that you had, information that you learned, thoughts and ideas, solutions and problems, whatever it is. There are some, I'm getting like solutions, or maybe these are those ideas with you. You know, you're keeping something on the back burner for later, but there's one that you're attending to that's special. That's what I'm getting with this card right now. It's also with the wolf. It could be. I mean, she's alone, but it could be like really finding your pack, your person. I feel like this person might be the alpha, but maybe you have more alpha energies that actually work well together. Maybe some of you actually work with dogs. I mean, that's random, but maybe you have a puppy, and it's really about being the alpha. A puppy is, you know, I know people tend to see their dogs as their children or their fluffy babies, but it is a dog. It is different. And there has to be that respect. So I see somebody walking their dog with a leash, you know, so they listen so they don't get in trouble. They don't jump on people when they come on in. And, you know, I don't know, I just saw a pack. So maybe getting some training on how to handle your puppy or your dog. It could be an older dog. Now I hear leader, being a leader. Maybe, you know, doing something your way, your special way, is inspiring to others, to give them the strength to do something on their own. Like being an example. And the wolf also makes me think of art, like, it does make me think of like that animalistic side of us, that passionate side that's just there. So maybe there's a little bit of the strength card energy with this, like not being afraid of that like animal side of you, but knowing how to, like, I'm just getting like how to tame it, maybe. Let it come out when it should at the appropriate time, and then kind of put it on a leash other times. That's what I am getting with this. Take it as you will. All right. And we have, all right, so we're going back to, like, you know, you're going up that mountain. There's one more mountain to go, but you've learned something on that last journey. And this next ride, this next time, this next go, relationship, idea, whatever you have, is going to feel easier. Because when the Six of Swords comes, it's not that there's no more storms. Storms are still going to come in a brew. But it's knowing how to navigate them this time. Knowing how to adjust your sails, you know, so they don't blow you off course. It's interesting. Usually in the Six of Swords, you have the boat, perhaps a couple people in the boat. There's a storm over here, and you're taking all those swords and you're putting them in the boat and you're bringing them with you. Like, you're bringing your lessons, your clarity, your ideas with you. But here, you've actually learned to leave some stuff behind because you're leaving it on the dock. So maybe you're unlearning, or you're changing your perspective on how you thought you knew something. Maybe you thought it was the best way to approach or react or try something, and maybe you figured out a different way that is better, and you're allowing that space to grow, and you're literally like leaving the shit behind that didn't work. It didn't work. Why bring it along with you? Like, you're dropping the baggage here. This is really cool. That's why I like different interpretations and artists and decks, because you get slightly different energies. So I'm getting that you're leaving those like mental blockages behind. Getting overwhelmed with solutions and decisions, maybe just putting down that like stressful energy, doing something else, and allowing the ideas, allowing, like, I hear newness to come in. Maybe you have to allow something new in your life. You're going on a new adventure. Sometimes this is just crossing water, going across a lake or a bridge, you know, a river. Something is on the other side of the water. Oh, what's at the bottom? Oh, all right. So the Three of Rods and the High Priestess. Okay, so the Three of Rods is waiting for something. You're waiting for something, but you've already sent that message out to the universe, you know, on the internet with a particular situation. It's like you sent out your resume. Perhaps that job wasn't available. Maybe your specific, I'm getting resume with this all of a sudden. So maybe your, you know, your experience or your, what you have to bring and offer, maybe there's not a position for it yet. Maybe you have something really special. Maybe that position is being like coordinated actually for you. or maybe something has to adjust in that company or that place so that you can come on through. So you have that time, right? With the Three of Rods where you're waiting, you don't really know what's happening. You know, something is going to catch. Something is going to come back. It's like you know, you made the order online, you know, it's in the mail. It's coming. It's got to get on the truck, got to make it to your house. So do something useful with your time. In the meantime, bring that energy back to you. Don't sit there and wait forever for something and not spend that in-between time doing something. So what can you do right now with your time that is useful and productive and feels good? It could just be like, it doesn't have to be super productive. It can be going on a vacation if that feels right for you. Anything that you are inspired to do and feels like it's right for your energy right now. I do see that like sunrise or sunset. I don't know, I look at this and I didn't think of a big boat. I thought of like those little boats with remote controls. So maybe you do something with a drone. Maybe you work with a drone, like, I don't know, do videos or something like that. I don't know, you could work on a movie set, or maybe something if you have a channel or something like that, like do some like beautiful mountain view. I don't know why that little boat took me to a remote control, which made me see a drone. So maybe you're learning how to, maybe that's a business for you. You can work with other businesses and do, you know, those shots. Huh, that was different with that. Then you have this beautiful High Priestess. The mysterious one. I mean, she's so powerful. This is really being in tune with yourself. I mean, you could be getting some like really deep advice. It's not just normal advice. This is not the 3D world thing on how to do something today. This is like really deep. Like you're like, huh. Like it's seeing something through dimensions, through the universes, through lifetimes. It's like something in your soul. It's a knowing when the High Priestess comes through. So there's something where you just have this knowing, trust it. And it's allowance. Sometimes, you know, maybe if, you know, you're waiting for something to come through, you have some plans or something, maybe it is about just keeping those plans to yourself for now. She's able to keep a secret. So if somebody trusts you with their secret or something that they have, that means a lot for somebody to trust you. So keep that secret. It's, you know, only meant between you and that person. If you feel like there's somebody you really trust, like you just know in your soul that you can trust them, then maybe that's the person you can talk to. It's knowing when to speak, when to be silent. It's learning those spiritual lessons, like letting your wings fly and come out in the right time, not just all the time. You know, she's not point A, B, C, D. She's like over here and then a lesson over here. So maybe some of you are, I mean, this could be like metaphysical ideas, like maybe you practice metaphysics, sacred geometry, you know, secret signs and symbols, maybe something esoteric like numerology or stones. I just heard aromatherapy, Reiki, maybe some kind of healing. Maybe that's that really resonates for you. This is when, if that's what you're into and that's what you're thinking about when I talk about the High Priestess, it means you're going to have like this growth. It's like going to be like a blast of like a download coming on through for you on either how to take that knowledge and use it, what you need to do with it, or maybe it's just time to absorb. Sometimes it's not meant to go out. Sometimes it's just meant to come in to get those lessons. I just heard become greater, becoming greater. Then I thought of grand, and that brought me to a grand piano. Maybe some of you play the piano. Maybe you're a piano tuner. So let's do this. I have a different deck of cards. The Tarot of Dreams. Let's get clarity on keeping silent until you know the time is right. Putting down, like just really leaving behind the things that weren't working before. I'm getting like whatever made you too wishy-washy. Whatever like made like you just, I don't know if I should do that. Just like put that stuff down and go with the true thing. The thing that you just know you should pursue or start to do. Maybe you have to do it with a little lone wolf energy. You could have to like exit stage left in a certain situation, just like kind of like go somewhere else. I'm also getting with this card, if you're around like this kind of negative, maybe low vibrational energy, where people are always just trying like they rise to the top by taking something away from somebody else. Maybe you're just exiting like that situation or those people, those energies. Like you're starting to see like, I don't think that was like coming from a place of integrity. So if that's around you, it's really using this High Priestess energy and just seeing it and just like, you don't have to be around it. You know, you can't change others. You can be an example. But I now I see something really weird. I see somebody like, I'm picturing New York City. But hey, this could be Main Street, USA. This could be like totally different country. I don't know where you guys are watching this, but somewhere far, far away. Totally different culture, but it could be, hey, Boston. It could be San Francisco. It could be Miami. I'm getting like a city. And it's like being so in tune with your energy that you like walk into one store or one establishment, one restaurant, and like, I think this is a parable. It's not like, maybe some of you are dropping off from resumes. Maybe it is important, but I'm getting like, you walk into the room, you know, you can kind of read the energy in there and you're like, nope, this one's not for me. You go into the next one and you're like, ooh, it feels like happy and joyful in here. Like this is where I want to be. So it's like recognizing those different energies, even in spaces where it feels right or I don't know, if there's like something off. If it feels draining or negative, continue along your journey and take yourself to the place where it feels like you're, you know, the waters are smooth and inviting, where there's partnerships that want to work with you, you know, that want to make plans with you. Let's get one clarity from. What is this? The Tarot of Dreams. For the collective. I just love these readings. I'm so thankful that when messages come through, that they come through twice, or sometimes if I get more cards, like 3 times, because it just really makes that message more powerful and meaningful. So the I almost said the 6 of chords, which made me think of chords, like music again, or maybe cutting the chords. Maybe you're cutting the chords. It's the 6 of Swords. Now here, this person is actually using those lessons to make the boat move forward, like a propeller or an oar. You're leaving this beautiful golden gateway, or entering this beautiful golden gate. Maybe San Francisco. What is this? Mercury in Aquarius. So in Mercury, that's like your communication, that's your thoughts. You know, that's clarity of mind. And Aquarius energy is really thinking outside the box. You know, Aquariuses are just able to see the same old situation that everyone else sees one way. They can see it like totally different. Like they're the inventors. They can discover something. They do bring a new flair, a new energy. So it's having that, you know, new filter on a situation to just like, I'm getting discovery. Like you're ready to discover something new. I mean, this person does have on a mask. So maybe something isn't totally revealed yet. When I see the mask, I also think of your rising sign, because that's sort of like your you mask. It's like the part of us that we're good at, like lifetimes ago, that we got down, and it's the easiest to reveal to others. Sometimes that sun sign and our moon sign and all that, that's what we're kind of working on. And the rising sign's what's kind of easy for us. It's like the mask that you put on for the world to see. How they can perceive you before you really reveal your true self, or they get to really know you. So it's like your first impression usually is like probably your Pisces. I mean, oh, that was a Freudian slip. Probably your rising sign. So maybe my rising sign is Pisces. So maybe there's a Freudian slip where just the truth kind of comes out. What you really want really comes out. But I see that even though you have this fancy ass robe on, you're not in armor and you are bare chested. So your heart is exposed in this situation. Your true desire, what really, like something really heartfelt, is driving you forward. And I'm getting a little bit of this like hermit energy with the lantern. So it's learning to see in the dark, learning to let your own inner light and inner knowing guide your way as you go, because you can only see like right ahead of you. You can't see far out into the ocean or what's going on. It is nighttime here. You can't see what's coming up way, way, way ahead. So just pay attention to what's right around you right now. You know, what you can work with. At the bottom, you do have the 7 of Pentacles, or the 7 of Coins, with this little doggy. It looks like you are resting. You're taking a break. You're ready to harvest something. The 7 of Coins usually means that you're putting a lot of work, or you're ready to put some hard work and time and attention and effort into something so it can grow. And sometimes that waiting is frustrating because you want it to grow today. You want to go outside and pick your apples so you can make some applesauce and fun apple pie. But maybe the apples are not ripe yet. So it's just having patience. It will grow. It means you're putting the right effort into something, or you know how to now. But go with this day by day, you know? Sometimes, you know, you have to, you know, trim the weeds, take care of the garden. Sometimes it's raining. You don't need to bring the old hose out. It's good today. She looks like she's actually resting. And I like that there's this cute little, like, I want to say a pocket dog. Like a purse dog. It looks like Toto. And you do have... Is there anything in that basket? No. Your basket is ready. You're ready to pluck something. You're ready for that juicy fruit. But, you know, you have your preparations. Maybe that's with the 3. You know, even gaining this strength with the 9 of Rods. But you've prepared something. You're ready to go. So when it comes through, you're going to be ready. And... wow. This was a long reading, guys. Should we pull one more card or should we stop? I don't know. Let's get one more card. Let's make it short. Clarity from the Mermaid Oracle for the collective on what's going on. Let's just see a basic picture what I get with this card. What comes through for the collective? Transparency. Number 2, honest, authentic, genuine, and present. Be in the now. I mean, it's funny because we got all those cards that said secrets. But transparency is, I think, more about you being your authentic, true, weird, beautiful, unique, whatever it is, self. Maybe you feel like you're simple, but simple is beautiful too. It's whatever you feel is you. And maybe you're just revealing it slowly in a certain situation or to the right person that just really sees through you, that gets you. Present. I just see that like reading of energy now, like moving in and out smoothly to situations because you're really tapping into that intimate part of who you are to know what is right for you and what isn't right for you, and trusting that. 2. It's also the 2, and then you have the High Priestess was the 2. So maybe it's this, could be like a feminine energy, maybe allowing the right opportunities to come in. I just see these little bubbles, and they look so gentle, and they look like thought bubbles, which makes me think of the conversations. Like a gentle energy. All right, well, those are the messages that came through. I hope something in here was helpful for you, made sense, brought you some kind of clarity, and I love you so much. I love you so much. Thank you for being here. I hope you have a beautiful day. I hope your day is awesome. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.